Hey friend, welcome to the video. This video is for anyone that is going through a hard time right now, feels lost right now. Look, I hear you. I want you to know I've been there, I get it. And the main purpose of this video is to remind you of one important thing. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. No matter how things feel right now, this right now, what you're experiencing, the struggle, this feeling of being lost, whatever the pain you're in, it will pass and it is not forever. You see, we all go through moments in life that feel like they'll never end. Whether it's ongoing emotional pain, stress, uncertainty is a big one right now, uncertainty. And even I've had moments where it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel and everything feels heavier. For me, the main times that comes to mind is in growing up my business. If anyone would know about me on this channel, I'm an entrepreneur. I built a music production business. But in doing that, and over those 6 years, there were periods of serious uncertainty. Seasons of kind of feast and famine of the freelancer cycle that I've worked to overcome and improve. But those famine periods were scary. It's like, is this gonna work? Uncertainty. And that's just for me, but I've witnessed it firsthand where there was a time when I was in Malibu and I was actually meeting with a pretty prolific music producer. And it was a really important meeting that I had set up for months beforehand. And I met him there at the Coffee Bean in Malibu. And this lady, we're sitting at a picnic table. I'm showing him my music. I brought my laptop in my backpack, my headphones in my backpack. I had Ubered from West Hollywood. And this lady comes up to us freaking out and just in total panic. And this music producer I'm with, he's a seasoned veteran of creating music from a deeply spiritual place, music that you would know. And she came up in a panic saying her car is broken down, she's stranded, she has no way to get home, she needs to get home urgently to her kids. And she's freaking, like literally panic attack comes up to us. And what this guy said to her over and over was, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, it's okay. And that stuck with me forever because I did something in that moment. I almost needed to prove to myself that this too would pass for her. And just in that moment, I didn't have much money at the time, but what I did have, I was using to Uber around LA at the time and do some traveling and networking. And I just bought her an Uber. I pulled out my phone, bought her an Uber, and we got her home on the spot. And I just felt I needed to do that. And so it passed for her. A moment that she thought was the end of the tunnel, this panic where she can't see how to get out of it. It worked out. And it's nice to be on the giving side of that. But when you're in that moment of struggle, of stress, it's hard. It's scary. But one of the few guarantees in life is that everything changes. So whether you're going through one specific life event that you're struggling with right now, or maybe an ongoing thing, no matter how stuck you feel, things are always shifting, things are always evolving. You might feel stuck, but you aren't. If there's one guarantee in life, it's that everything changes and this too shall pass. And so I want you to think of this tough time that you're in right now like a storm. You see, it feels so intense while it's happening, but they don't last forever. It makes me think of the recent hurricane that happened in Florida, and my heart goes out to all the people that were seriously and devastatingly affected by that. But what we saw was that the storm came and it shook things up and it passed through. Because eventually the clouds always part, friend, and the sun always shines again. And I think that's an important thing to realize, is that you kind of have to reframe this. There's kind of a resilience that we can have towards any struggle that you're going through by just knowing that the sun will always shine, and what you're experiencing is shaping you in ways that you can't see the benefits of yet. In my last video, I was talking about the one word that can change everything, and it's not always this is happening to me. Everything's happening to me. It's everything's happening for me. And when we're in the midst of the storm, it feels at times impossible to see how things could be happening for you. But I challenge you. Because when we flip that phrase, and when you choose that phrase, which I challenge you to take on, you grow stronger, you grow wiser, you grow more capable. And you've made it up until this point in your life. You've come this far. You've made it through every single struggle and every single hurdle and every single challenge up to this point. That is undeniable proof that you will make it through this too. And I think that's really empowering, because the pain that you're in, it can push you to change. And maybe the way you change is actually a benefit for you. You adapt, you let go of things. You have to, as humans, we adapt. So you're adapting out of the state you're in. It becomes unbearable and no longer serves you. It makes me think of working as a producer. I spent a lot of time at my desk, and this led to back pain, which at first started as like a subtle ache, and then got worse and worse and worse, and then just an unbearable pain. And that unbearable pain led me to getting to the gym consistently and doing stretches and working on my back. We have to go through the storm to transform. So maybe this also could be happening for you. And look at a struggle you went through in the past, something that was really hard for you at the time. Think of that one time right now that comes to mind. What are the benefits that had for you now? Did you become braver? Did you become more resilient? Did you go through something extremely humiliating, and now you can do anything? No judgment will hurt you. You're free to try things, experiment with things, because a humiliation you went through in the past, you realize nothing could be worse. You see, there are ways to reframe our darkest moments. And if you can see of those ways in the past, that maybe they're serving you now and build character for you now. Maybe this struggle you're going through now is also shaping you in a better way that you can't see yet. And so that's the important thing to remember, is that this chapter, this tough time you're in right now, it's just one part of your journey. It's one chapter, but it's not your whole story. It's not your whole story. It's not, because you feel like this weight on your shoulders, this dark cloud, this cloudy vision, the confusion. You feel like that is everything. You feel like that's your whole world, but it is not, friend. It's a moment, it's a road bump, and this too shall pass. One day at a time, moment to moment, you get to the next moment. Reach out to friends, family, support others as you support them. Be kind to yourself. Be understanding with yourself. Small steps will take you much further than you ever expected. Little victories, gratitude, okay? There are ways to come out of this. And you will. And like we said earlier, you've survived 100% of your worst days so far. You're really stronger than you think. You're much stronger than you think. And no matter how powerless you feel, you do have the power to get through this. It's in there. It's in there waiting to be unleashed. And so find a mantra for yourself in this time and tell yourself, I am more than this moment. I am capable of getting through this. I am more than this moment. I am capable of getting through this. And remember, friend, this is not forever. Better days are ahead. And when you look back, you'll see just how far you've come and how this moment actually shaped you into a stronger, wiser, more resilient person. Maybe a person with new skills, new mindset, maybe an entire transformation that you had to go through to become the person you're destined to be. This too shall pass, and you may even be better for it. Thanks so much for watching this video, friend. If you enjoyed this type of positivity and encouragement, that's what this channel is all about. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, leave me a comment to let me know what you think, because we're all in this together, and I'll see you in the next one.